Insult him only once. Call him a voyeur. Call him a top four merchant until someone goes unbeaten. For him to do this in his first season in a new country with a new culture and a new team on his first try. You look at Arsenal season there. So played 38, won 26, drew 12, lost, okay, obviously lost none, scored 73, conceded 26, goal difference of 47, 90 points. And look at the gap between them. Oh, wow, Chelsea finished second, not bad. Look at that between them and your boys, man. Look at that. So that's 11 points gap. And 11 point gap between Arsenal and Chelsea. I think what people always criticize is the amount of draws. And for me, I've always said that doesn't bother me because the column that's key is that L column there. No one beat them. Look at Chelsea, 7 losses, 9 losses, 10 losses, no one beat them. And then we then look at Chelsea's season there. So played 38, won 29, drew 8, and that's one annoying loss. Scored 72, consistent 8. So, because you see, scored 72, and let's see, Arsenal, they scored 70. So Arsenal only scored one more. And Arsenal, they won 26 games. And Chelsea won 29 games. So Chelsea won more games, and Chelsea only scored one goal less than that team. And look at that, 95 points and 83 points. So it was a 12-point swing. A 12-point swing, man. Between your boys and between Chelsea there and Arsenal. Look at that. Arsenal lost 5 games. United still lost 5 games. Everton got fourth with 13 L's. Damn. So and I think that just shows you how impressive Chelsea's season was, because if you were to compare both of them, the only thing that Arsenal really have is the fact that the overwhelming thing that Arsenal have is they didn't lose a single game. Chelsea only lost once, but as we know, no one beats us, and we still have the unblemished rare record. But for Chelsea got more points, they drew less games, they only scored one goal less, and they won 29 games. So I think that's what makes it so impressive is Arsenal scored way more goals. That's crazy, 87 goals. But to score 72 goals and to concede only 15, that's super impressive. So that just showed you that it wasn't a defensive team. It was a balanced team that was very hard to break down. It's been very hard to break down. So I think, look, this is an impossible question to answer. Because for Arsenal, that's because I keep saying that it's a flex. No one beats us. And the fact that we've seen these are the amazing United teams, we've seen these amazing Man City teams, and with how good the City teams have been, how good the United teams have been, they've never been able to say that no one beats us, that we were invincible, that we went through a season without anyone beating us. The fact that throughout the Premier League, although we have in Division 1, because I think they said, was it Preston? I think there's another team in Division 1 who also went unbeaten. But just in that Premier League era, if you want to call it the Premier League era, that nobody was able to beat us, I think it's such a flex. It's an amazing flex to have. But on the flip side, when you look at what that Chelsea team was able to do and what Mourinho was able to achieve, when you just look at pound for pound what that season was, that is an amazing season. So if you were just to talk overall, pound for pound, taking everything into account, who had the better season? Oh, it's Chelsea. When you look at goals conceded, goals scored, the amount of wins they had, their points accumulation, and you only lost one game. Pound for pound, taking everything into account, that's an amazing season. Whereas I think for Arsenal, we were invincible. So This is how I'd actually break it down. What is the greater season? Who had the greater season pound for pound? Chelsea. Like if you look at these numbers there, 138. 129, 129 games, drew 8 games, lost once, 72 goals, 15 conceded, 95 points. That's amazing, And that's just beats 126 games, drew 12, lost none, scored 73, conceded 26, 90 points. Pound for pound, Chelsea were better. Which season would I rather have? So if I was a member of a team, which season would I rather have? I'd rather have Arsenal season. Because I think the flex of hey, we have the defensive record. We have 95 points. Oh, cool. But the issue with 95 points is there's a team who did 100 points and there's a team who've done 99 points. So, and I think a team who's done 98 points as well. So that has already been eclipsed. Although the defensive record has yet to be eclipsed. The thing about the Arsenal thing is I want that flex because until someone goes unbeaten, they can still flex. Now, once someone goes unbeaten, then everything now falls heavily into Chelsea's favor. But that whole thing of if I was part of a team, and say, you know what, no one beats us. We were invincible. Nobody. What was it called? 37. No, what's it called? Sorry, 19 tried, 19 failed. So 19 teams had 2 opportunities to beat us. 19 teams had 2 opportunities to beat us and they couldn't beat us. It's a flex. And ever since the Premier League has been happening, there are teams who people would argue have been better and greater than that Arsenal team. And people beat them. But you say to yourself that how much stock do you put in that? Because people were like, okay, fine, you lost. Okay, I lost 3 games, 2 games, 4 games. Did you win? Yes or no? So it depends on how you want to view it. Again, for me, just as a flex, that flex of, man, I was invincible. It's a flex. But if you want to just talk about overall, you want to just be objective, that Chelsea season was stupid. Because you want to just take every little thing into account rather than just invincible. Because invincible, that's just one aspect. But take every aspect of a season of your defense, your attack, so your ability to not concede, your ability to score goals. As well, your consistency through the whole season. Chelsea back and forth, defensively and offensively, that is a great balanced sheet. A great balanced season to have. So, yeah, man, pound for pound, you could have given it to your boy Uncle Mo. Although, man, Papa Van, that's what I say. Insult him all he wants. I keep saying this. Insult him all he wants. Insult him all he wants, man. But where is it? Insult him all he wants. Call him a voyeur. Call him a top 4 merchant until someone goes unbeaten. Basically, and that's what happens every single season. Once a team is it's almost there. When Liverpool got that 99 points, I think Liverpool lost the 1 game, or I think they did. Until the moment that someone is closest and they lose once, I tweet this out. So whenever a team comes close to saying what's up, I come out and I tweet this out hey, no one was able to do it. And then I put out this tweets. But I just feel that guys, hate him all you want, abuse him all you want. For him to do this in his first season, in a new country, with a new culture, and a new team, on his first try, guys, that is an insane achievement. And just showed you just what a kind of a maverick that this guy was, Because people say, oh, Pep Guardiola, 100%. But Pep still was in the Barca setup, in his Spanish setup, so he still knew the culture. Still amazing what he did, but he still knew the culture. New country, new language, new way of doing things, new type of a league. To watch the rest of this vid and gain access to more content crack, think about becoming a Patreon member. Click the link below in the description box or head over to patreon.com/halfhope and gain access to more content crack. Let's ride.